Imagine waking up to find a silent poison in your water, your food, even your blood. A chemical so insidious it's in every corner of the planet, from polar bears to your morning coffee. One company knew about it for decades, but kept it secret, profiting billions while endangering your health, your wealth, and your future. This is the story of how DuPont's miracle invention became a global nightmare. Stay tuned, because what you learn today could change how you protect your family and your finances forever. In the 1930s, fridges weren't just ice boxes anymore. They used toxic gases like methyl chloride, odorless, deadly, and prone to leaking. One spark could turn your kitchen into a fireball. Fear gripped households, and the race was on for a safer solution. Enter DuPont, a chemical giant with a bold promise, a non-toxic, non-flammable miracle. But here's the catch. What if their solution was worse than the problem? In 1936, a young DuPont chemist, Roy Plunkett, stumbled on a discovery that changed the world. He was experimenting with tetrafluoroethylene, or TFE, when poof, his gas turned into a white, slippery powder. Water beaded off it. Acids couldn't touch it. It was indestructible thanks to its carbon-fluorine bonds. The strongest single-bond carbon can form. DuPont saw dollar signs and named it Teflon. Exciting, right? A miracle material. But why does this feel too good to be true? Teflon wasn't just for kitchens. During World War II, it coated pipes in the Manhattan Project, resisting corrosive uranium gases. By the 1950s, it was in non-stick pans, waterproof jackets, even the Statue of Liberty's framework. Your wealthy lifestyle, those sleek appliances, stain-free carpets, owes a lot to Teflon. But here's a pattern interrupt. Ever wonder what it costs to make something this perfect? Spoiler. It wasn't just money. To make Teflon, DuPont needed a helper chemical called PFOA, or C8. It was a game changer, but it had a dark side. Internal studies showed it was toxic, lethal to animals, persistent in the environment, and building up in human blood. Yet DuPont kept producing it, dumping tons into rivers and landfills. Why didn't they stop? What were they hiding? Stick around, because the truth will shock you. PFOA's structure is a chemical chameleon. Fluorinated carbon chains mimic fatty acids, slipping into your bloodstream and sticking around for decades. DuPont's own tests in the 1960s showed it caused liver damage and death in rats, dogs, even monkeys. By the 1970s, it was in the blood of nearly every American, including DuPont workers with levels 1,000 times higher than the general public. Feel that chill? That's the fear of a poison you can't escape. In Parkersburg, West Virginia, farmer Earl Tennant noticed his cows wasting away, their teeth black, tumors bulging. The culprit? A DuPont landfill leaking PFOA into his creek at 1/600 parts per billion, far above their own safe limit of 1. Earl's fight exposed a chilling truth. The town's water supply was poisoned too. How many families were drinking this toxic brew without a clue? Okay, let's pause. Imagine a cow picketing outside a DuPont factory. Pretty wild, right? But Earl wasn't laughing. He hired slot lawyer Rob Bilott, who dug through 60,000 documents to uncover DuPont's cover-up. They knew PFOA was toxic since the 1960s, but kept silent. Why? Money. Teflon was a billion-dollar business. Ever invested in a sure thing, only to find hidden risks? This is that, on a global scale. PFOA wasn't just in Parkersburg. It's in your blood, my blood, even polar bears in the Arctic. By 2000, 100% of tested Americans had PFOA, averaging 5 parts per billion. PFAS, the family of over 14,000 chemicals, including PFOA, are in everything. Fast food wrappers, waterproof mascara, even your phone's screen. Urgency alert. These forever chemicals don't break down. They're in our rain, our soil, our kids. Where does this end? A 2013 study linked PFOA to 6 diseases: kidney cancer, testicular cancer, thyroid disease, and more. In Parkersburg, residents had 28 parts per billion in their blood, doubling cancer risks. Rob Bilott's lawsuits forced DuPont to pay $600 million, but they never admitted fault. Instead, they spun off their Teflon business to Chemours, who swapped PFOA for GNX, a shorter, supposedly safer chemical. But is it? Hold that thought. GNX caused the same tumors in rats as PFOA: liver, testicular, pancreatic. It's more mobile, spreading faster. Chemours claimed 70 parts per billion was safe, but the EPA slashed that to 10. Sound familiar? It's chemical whack-a-mole. ban one, another pops up. How do we stop this cycle? And what's in your water right now? Don't change the tab. The answer's coming. PFAS sneak into your life through three main paths: water, food, and products. Contaminated water near factories, military bases, or airports, where PFAS-laden firefighting foams are used, is a major culprit. Fast food wrappers and microwave popcorn bags leach PFAS into your meals. Your waterproof jacket? PFAS. Your mascara? PFAS. The scariest part? Rainwater globally now carries unsafe PFAS levels. So, how do you protect your wealth and health? I tested my blood, and the results shocked me. 1792 parts per billion of PFAS, double the U.S. median. PFOS and PFHXS levels put me in the top 5% of Americans. You might be thinking, am I safe? Nobody's PFAS free. 98% of us carry these chemicals. Pregnant women and kids are especially vulnerable, as PFAS pass through placentas and breast milk. Want to know your levels? The truth might scare you, but ignorance isn't wealth. Here's a curveball. Think PFAS is just a health issue? Wrong. Contaminated water tanks property values. Lawsuits drain corporate profits. DuPont's $600 million payout barely dented their $80 billion revenue. Investing in companies ignoring PFAS risks is like betting on a sinking ship. Smart wealth building means staying ahead of these hidden threats. Ready to rethink your portfolio? The good news? You can fight back. PFAS-certified filters like reverse osmosis can clean your water. Avoid PFAS-treated packaging. Cook at home, skip the takeout. Firefighters lowered PFAS by 30% through blood donation. Companies like Pure Affinity are developing filters to catch PFAS at factories before they pollute. Excitement alert! Science is innovating, but we need to push for change now. In 2024, the EPA set PFAS limits in drinking water at 4 parts per trillion for PFOA, stricter than cyanide ES. But a new administration might loosen these rules. We can't rely on regulators alone. Countries are banning PFAS in cosmetics and packaging, and we need to demand the same. Your wealth, your health, your planet, they're all at stake. What's stopping us from acting? DuPont's secret poisoned the planet, but you hold the power. Check your water provider for PFAS levels. Invest in companies tackling PFAS, not dodging it. Vote for leaders who prioritize clean water. The urgency is real. Every drop you drink, every bite you take, could carry forever chemicals. But together, we can demand accountability and build a safer, wealthier future. Want to protect your health and wealth from PFAS? Visit Ground. NewsV for 40% off their Vantage plan to stay informed on stories like this. Knowledge is power. Check the description for PFAS maps and filter recommendations. Subscribe, hit the bell, and share this video to spread the truth. Let's build a world where no company can poison us in secret. I'll see you in the next one. Stay smart, stay safe.